I'm here right now, you can see. Okay.
Speaking on 10 and 65, the CPF Kungfu to strengthen your financial future, please welcome on stage Mr. Wu Jingchuan, founder of the 1 and 65 movement. Mr. Wu, please.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, we need some energy in this place. Okay? So I know it's very crowded and I could see a huge crowd of people behind. I'm sorry, but what we'll do is, okay, what we'll do is if those people behind the wall, you can see me if you just queue up behind the wall. I'm sorry there's overbooked this place, but thanks everybody for coming. First of all, I want to ask, how many of you are from the 1N65 community? Raise your hand. Okay, very good guys. Thank you for coming. I will give you a very important talk today that might change your fortune. Okay? So the title is called The 10 Kungfu of 10M65. Now, I will share with you the journey that I've taken from 1M65 to 4M65, now going to 10M65. The intention of me sharing this thing is to inspire you to do better. It doesn't matter if you cannot do 10M, do 8M, 6M, 5M, 4M, 3M, 2M, anything, just acquiring the knowledge, okay, will help you do better. That's my only intention. Who wants to be a millionaire? Me. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna ask you guys, remember, wealth building is 90% heart, 10% brain. Okay? If you are not inspired in the heart, then you cannot reach there. Having a knowledge is useless. Everybody know how to make money. How come so few people can make money? I'm not here to give you head knowledge. That's the easy part. The most important thing is to be inspired to write Kung Fu and to imprint it in your heart. By at 53, 54 years old, we have hit 4 million by 53. So can 4 million be done, guys? Yes, more 4 million done. We reach this number largely by one word, Kung Fu. Kung Fu, and I'm here to share with you what those Kung Fu are. Now, this is now 4M already. So we are now 4M. Then the question right now is, one fine day, a person came to me, okay, Mr. Lu, you know 4M, so what will you be at 65? I don't know. How to count? Wow, to count not easy. CPF policy, very complicated, you know. Anyway, then I realized, wow, to calculate how much will I have 65, I need to do a lot of assumption, projection, simi, okay? And then I have to project all the 65. Wow, it will take me weeks or months to do that. I don't have time. Now has one big difference. We now have AI. Wow, so I throw the problem to AI and say, how much will I have at 65? The number came back. I couldn't believe it. I say it cannot be. So I asked you to publish a spreadsheet to me. I sent it to 7 community experts, verify this. Junice, you also had a spreadsheet, right? Junice also, and I think maybe some of you guys would, one of the 7, they verified, came back. Some plus minuses here and there, not much, but the number is, wow, 10 million. 10 million. Wow, 10 million. So what I did was that I put it into a website, okay, and then I make it easy so that I call it a crystal ball. It's actually quite a good name. So it actually projects how much I can achieve or how much anybody can achieve, status quo, and then you will put in the 10 Kung Fu of 10M65, which I'll teach you later, okay, and then you project upwards. This is the best fortune teller with no superstition. Okay, so I built the fortune teller called a crystal ball, and it projected 10 million by 65. So I'm going to share with you for the first time and possibly the last time in public, the Kung Fu of 10M65. Okay, 10 million by 65 doesn't mean you can hit 10 million easily if your age is a bit older, but the younger ones can do maybe even better than Mr. Lu. Okay, so a lot of y'all brought your children here. Congratulations. They might even do 15 or 20. Okay, so let's start now. So number one, what does this graph tell you? This is what we call a exponential graph. Okay, here is 2%. This is $100,000 put over 30 years. Okay, these are 2%, 4%, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14% return. I am a trained economist, I'm a trained statistician. I look at this kind of graph my whole life. For 30 over years, I look at this graph. I could never see what's so special about it. I know it goes like that. Only recently, I found something special about this graph. This is the answer. The exponential journey has two journeys. The first journey is first 10 to 15 years, very sian and boring. It's very sian and boring. There's no much difference. Whether it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, all the returns are about the same. The first 10 to 15 years, the return is about the same. Where does it make a difference? After 10 to 15 years, wow, look at the exponential graph, it goes like that. I begin to understand this very important thing. The exponential journey, when you internalize it, is two phase. First phase, very boring, very sian. Second phase, explosive. This is where one graph you understand whether it's possible. So we are here right now at 55 years old, where my wife and I is at 65 years old. Can you see a lot of graphs are phenomenally higher? So, what is the lesson here? I've heard everybody say this quotation from Einstein, and Einstein speaks in languages I cannot understand. Einstein said this: compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He understands it, earns it. He who doesn't pays it to the people who understand it. I never could understand what the hell is he talking about until today. Kungfu number one, you can take a picture now. Kungfu number one, tahan the first 10 to 15 years of compounding. Very important. Tahan the first 10 to 50 years. Don't freaking give up. Okay? So you put the money in the CPF, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Don't touch it, don't rob it. A lot of people ask me, wow, Mr. Lu, compounding so long, walao eh, I where got time to wait that after 10 to 15 years, then I can see the kind of return. Is there a fast way, a fast track? Yes, there is a fast way, but it requires you to do one thing. Okay? Now, this is where I want to share with you. If you were to look at the graph here, okay, this is my screenshot for investing in S&P 500. In 2020, when the COVID crash came, I fired one shot. 2022, fire another shot, and then I did nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So we only invest during crashes. Okay? And look at the return rates. 14%, 14.8, 14.6, 17%. We achieve outsized return by doing crash buying. So, a lot of people say, but Mr. Lu, how you know there's a crash? Everybody knows when you're in a crash. You don't need to predict. When you are in a crash, do you know? Of course you know. You don't need to predict. When you hit a crash, you just buy. That's what I did. This is where Kungfu number 7. Crash buying can accelerate the compounding time taken. And because you buy the low, you minimize the pain of painful drawdowns. Okay? That's all it takes, right? And this thing yield tremendous return. 10M65, if you notice it, don't have any sophisticated strategy. It's all simple strategy. Simple strategies, I didn't say it's easy. Simple strategies can build massive amount of wealth. These are the 10 of them. It's all about discipline and belief. You need belief. You need to believe that it will work and hang on to it with patience and just keep doing it. So this is where I want to say, okay, we have journeyed from 1M to 4M, now heading towards 10M. I've shared with everybody whatever I've learned. I hope that many of you, even if you can't do it, okay, do 8M, 6M, 5M, 4M, 3M, 2M, whatever it is, not doing, okay, it's a waste. Now do you know the Kung Fu, okay, you can achieve it. Last call. Who wants to be a millionaire? Yeah. Very good. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lu, for your sharing. Simple strategies to make you with wealth. As is mentioned, right? It's about discipline.
How was the session just now? Okay, so first thing first, anybody upset with me? No, I kid you not. I was so surprised at the reaction. I thought I shared the Kung Fu, everybody should be happy, right? No. a lot of people are very upset with me. Yeah, you'll be surprised, right? They'll say, oh, Mr. Lu, you're not sensitive to all of us. You can hit 10 men, we cannot hit 10 men, you cannot sign, kind of thing. Yeah, so I very paiseh when I don't intend to, but I was thinking, forget it, I don't share. But I thought that's the wrong thing to do, right? Right? Got Kungfu, and I say before, Chinese and Indian businessmen like to do this. I'm a Chinese businessman. Got make money, don't tell people. But this one, tell people, doesn't hurt my money. Because it's Akong money, right? Now, I'm going to give this time more for Q&A. Okay? Anybody have any question relating to 10N65, skincare, anything, also can. Okay? Yeah. Just anything that you have question, just ask. Okay? We don't have a lot of time, quickly fire away. Okay? Don't waste this opportunity. Yes, ma'am.
Just now you mentioned about the voluntary housing refund, and you say at age 55. So my first question is there a number like 55, or can it be earlier or later? And the second question is, you do crash buying, right? Let's say for SRS, when there's no crash, so how do you invest the SRS when there's no crash?
Okay, thank you. What's your name? Shi asked a very good question. I hope you all heard it. So the first question is, why voluntary housing fund only put in about 55? So can you put in earlier than 55? So the answer is yes, but then you cannot take out. Okay, now everybody like liquidity, right? Everybody like money that is liquid. So my suggestion to everybody is, if you want to put in voluntary housing fund, put it nearer to 55. So right now I'm 53 years old, this year 54. I know I look like 43, but I'm 53. Okay, we take away look younger now. Okay, anyway, I see it now. Okay, so but that's why I want to say, nearer to 55 you put in, then you will have more flexibility. Now if you put at 50 years old, you got to wait 5 years. Sometimes you got money emergency, how? So when you put in at 53, 54, it looks like a 1-2 year fixed D, so it doesn't feel that bad. So I only put in this year. Okay, I only just put in, my wife put in, she's older than me. Okay, now she's not here, I can tell this to everybody. She's older than me, so she put it slightly earlier. Okay, your second question is on S&P 500. I only invest during crashes. Only, why? A lot of people, now I'll give you a few investment strategy. Number one, you can do this thing called dollar cost averaging. You buy, whatever, crash, up, down, buy. How many of you are like me? When you reach 50 over years old, you cannot tahan crashes. Your heart will jump. When any selling K here? Okay, any selling K? Any young people here? All uncle, auntie like me. No young people. Ma'am. Okay, how old is she? Okay, yeah. So the little uncle there, this one also look pretty uncle. Okay, yeah. So you're young, you're like 20 over years old. You all got time, market crash, you can let it build up. Hey, 50 over years old, when the market crash, can you tahan? Cannot. So because I know I cannot tahan, so I buy only during crashes. So let's say market crash 10, 15%, then I buy, then the market lao sai, I don't feel so bad. Right? But if I buy, boom, wow. Can you tahan? No? I cannot. So crash buying has one big advantage. It limits the amount of drawdown. The minute you lose money, people will misbehave. You're supposed to buy low, sell high, right? When market crash, everybody will sell low, buy high. Okay? So this is where I always immortalize this. By the way, crash buying, how many of you are interested in the crystal ball that I built? So few. The crystal ball is very crystal. Okay, where's Yukin? You raise your hand, please. Yeah, you can. We have an investing in confidence course. You sign up with Yukin if you want. Okay, that crystal ball is given to everybody in a course. Okay, and it's all funded by Skills Future. Don't need pay. Yeah. Okay, does that answer your question?
So your SRS, when there's no crash, what do you invest that in?
Your SRS no crash, put into money market fund, T-bills. Yeah, I know it doesn't earn much, 1-2%. Yeah, but that's life. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people say, what if crash don't come? You tango, where the market don't crash one. For sure crash, you just be very patient. Okay? I said, I wait for 3 months, really no crash. You may have to wait for 3 years there. Okay? You gotta be patient. Next question. Anyone? Yes, ma'am?
Hello, Mr. Lu. Thank you for your very insightful James, I'd like to understand how much proportion of the OA do you use for stocks purchases? Because it's very scary our age. We are also planning for we don't want to lose everything. So how many percent of the OA do you use?
Everybody take down this ratio. Your age is your bond ratio. Everybody take down. Your age is your bond ratio. So like me, I'm 53, so roughly 50-50. So 50% of my asset are in stable asset. 怕死會冚啲one, okay? They are in stable asset. 50% in growth asset, which has volatility. So 50-50. Let's say I'm gonna pick someone like, sir, you look like you're 80 years old. Okay? So he's 80 years, what's your name, sir? Mikhail look like he's 80 years old. Okay? So how much asset should we have in the stocks? 20%. 80% in bonds. Bonds, what are bonds? Bonds does not mean T-bills or anything at stable value. Okay, so it could be your CPF or T-bills, fixed D, savings account, whatsoever. Okay, I hope that answered the question. Next question. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lu. I know that the CPF calculator, planner, they always have a number to it. There is a maximum number of how many million this. Other than ERS stacking, is there a way that you can reach nearer to the end of it?
The maximum I can go so far is 1.27 million.
Is it through ERS stacking?
Through ERS stacking. Okay, your ERS can stack all the way 1.27 million. I don't know how to hit the 1.8 million that the CPF calculator can do. I don't know anybody can do that now. But young men like, what's your name again? Mikhail, so he possibly can hit there when he's older. But now for us, we can't. Okay, next question. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to ask, right, for the SRS, do you have to top up using your own funds or can you transfer from OA?
Your CPF is set up by CPF board. Your SRS is set up by IRAS, two different departments. So no, you cannot transfer from one another. Okay. So next, sir, you have a question there. Do we have another mic, sir?
Okay, thanks, Mr. Lu. So my question is, one of the strategies is to top up your ERS. So my question is, top up your ERS from your CPF OA or cash top up?
That's a very good question. Do you top up your ERS through OA or from cash? The answer is, it depends. If you have a lot of cash outside doing nothing, top up from cash is always better. Why? Because your cash outside is collecting how much? Kosong, 0% interest. If you put in fixed D, 1%. Okay? Maybe this time around you go a little bit. But you put into ERS, you get 4. Your OA earns 2.5%, don't touch that. Okay, I prefer not touch it. But I said, Mr. Lu, I have no money. Then okay, then OA to cash. Next question, quickly.
When do you think is the next crash?
When do you think next crash? Wait, I asked God. God. Yeah, how long is long? When was the last crash? Last crash was just last year. Yeah, you may have to wait 3 years. Yeah, for the next crash. Okay? Yeah, how long did I wait? 2020 was one crash. 2022 was another crash. That's 3 years, 2 to 3 years. Then 2025 was the next crash. Okay? Before 2020 or 2018, you notice 2 to 3 years, one big crash. So when a crash comes, what do you do? Yes. Okay, that's what I do. Okay? Next question. Yes, ma'am.
So if let's say I'm single, then when I hit 5 years old, I have FRS. So do I still top up until ERS? And when should I withdraw? Should I withdraw? Let's say if I don't top up, because I'm single, so I don't have another thing. If I will top up to ERS or should I not? If I don't, should I withdraw at 65 or 70?
Okay. So if your question is, should you top up to ERS? The answer is, it depends. So if you've got spare cash outside, I've always tell everybody I can. So how many of you attend my retire confidence class? Okay. So you all know I can push my CPF life to $7,000. Is it house sale? No, it's real, right? Okay. So in short, if I value income to the rest of my life, okay, I want high income for the rest of my life, and I think my health is good, then I'll top up as much as possible. But you need to keep some money for a rainy day as well. But the good thing about topping up the ERS is that if you, let's say, put in the basic plan, then they will allow you to take out in times of emergency up to your BRS, which is about $100,000. Okay. Now all this complexity too much to know, but in short is I value high income for the rest of my life. So therefore I go top up my ERS to max. Okay. So I hope that answered the question. Next, quickly, guys. Yes, ma'am.
Top up ERS, but what about the OA account?
One more time.
We can top up ERS to the maximum, but what about OA account? Are we able to do top up too?
You can top up your OA account through two ways. Number one, your annual income contribution, you can plus your voluntary, you can top $37,740. So most of us by our age are uncle and auntie. I look at you all, 90% uncle and auntie like me already. Jialat. So most of us, our MediSave account full already, right? Most of us, quite a lot of us, your special account also full, 230,000 already. So your CPF contribution will all go into your OA. 37,740, 37740, okay? Yeah, drop 10, you can buy 4D. But my point is that 37740, that's one. Number two is that you open up your CPF app, you look inside, there's a housing component inside. There's a housing component inside that will tell you how much you owe your own bank account, your own CPF account. Go and look at it. Wow, I owe myself so much money. Don't believe, most of it, it's in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of you maybe $1 million. It's a good thing. Don't look at it negatively. That means you can top up a lot, 2.5% return. So in short, what I'll do is that once I hit 55 years old, or 53 years old, I go and max out the top up already. Sell dogs, sell cats, sell wives, sell children, I was going to top up. 2.5%, how to find now, right? Okay, next. Yes, sir.
Hello, just now you talk about the tofu tree to avoid private property, so they can save more of OA to invest. I actually have a private property, but I'm not staying. I've been rented out throughout. Is it equivalent?
So when you have a private property that you stay in, is a liability, but when you have a private property that you rented out, it's an asset. That's very different. Okay. Then the question is that return good for you? That's all. Okay. Then you just have to calculate. So off my mind, I think that it's actually not a bad thing. If you have bought it at a good price, good location, and rental is good. Okay. Next. Yes, sir. Okay.
Following up on that question, if you have a property that you're renting out, would you recommend paying your mortgage using CPF OA or just food?
Very simple. Look at me, sir. How much is your interest? How much is your cash earning interest outside? Nothing. Okay. How much is your OA earning right now? 2.5%. So the answer is very clear, right? Okay. So as early as possible, use cash to pay for your mortgage payment. Now, not all of us can do that. Wow, Mr. Lu, you rich, right? You can do it. I hear this and I sian already. I just say this. All of us, when you are young, very difficult. But when we are older, a lot of our mortgages come down a lot already. Okay? Then it's more possible to do it. So, when I was in my 40s, mid-40s, I switched over from CPF to cash out. Right? Then I start compounding my CPF. You saw my CPF statement, right? Yeah. So it's because I deploy all this strategy. Because I know government give you money, take or don't take. Take, right? So the government got a lot of interest for you to take, of course take. Next question, quickly. Yes, ma'am. Wait, I give this lady a chance.
Okay, for beneficiary, right, from the CPF, is it better to give the beneficiary in terms of cash or is it put in their CPF account, beneficiary, when you pass on?
So the question is it good to put money in their CPF or put money as cash? Wow, this is very personal. In fact, I don't even dare to ask some questions. Okay, so I'll just say this. Do you trust your children to manage money? Right, so the right answer is, maybe the answer is not one or the other, but somewhere in between. Right, if you trust your children, they can manage money, that's good. If you don't trust your children, they can manage money, then you put more in your CPF. So I, as a rule, try to top up my children's SA account as early as possible. So when my kids were very young, I start topping up their SA. Now, unlike many rich people, at that time I wasn't that well to do, so I top up a bit at a time, and then accumulate. Then by the time they hit their, I don't know, maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, they have their CPF hit 60,000 already. 60,000 earn how many percent interest? 5% interest. Okay, so I stopped topping up. You know how much their SA right now? All of them, all three of them, each of them $100,000 in their SA. That's a lot of money, right? Power compounding. Okay, maybe you have one more question.
You mentioned about investing in globally diversified. So how many percent does it go to S&P, NASDAQ? What is the proportion?
There's no right or wrong in this. What I do is that I take a 2/3, 1/3 ratio. 2/3 in S&P 500 and 1/3 in NASDAQ. But for beginners, I advise you not to touch NASDAQ. NASDAQ will give you a heart attack. Okay? I'm a very seasoned investor, so I can handle it. When the market crash, I sleep. Okay? Yeah, I sleep very well. Okay? So not everybody can handle that. Yeah. Okay, Nick. Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Lu. Can I check for your cash buying, if let's say you didn't manage to deploy finish, where do you usually park the money? Because if you put in fixed D or whatever, which is nowadays is 1%, so you are actually against inflation, so your money actually come down. So maybe good advice.
Where's the best way to put money? Your OA, your ordinary account, 2.5% return. So I try to put as much money there as possible. Yeah, and now what are choices? Money market fund, 1 something percent. Now a lot of people say, wow, only 1%. Frankly speaking, it's only the window. 1-2 years doesn't make much difference. Okay, yeah. But the key thing I want everybody is, do not put place to that place where scammers can scam. That's the only thing I want everybody. Nowadays, scammers really can whack you really hard. Okay, so please be careful. There's a question there. Wait, what?
What's the comment if I want to change from a basic plan to escalated plan?
Sorry, say again.
What is your comment if I want to change from
that's very good.
plan to escalated plan?
So the escalating, okay, the basic plan gives you high income for your whole life, retirement life, from 65, 70 years old, high. The basic plan takes a 9% pay cut and pays always for whole life. The escalating plans start low, the lowest, and gradually build up. In Singapore, the most unpopular plan is the escalating plan. Why? Because it gives you the lowest income at your best years of your retirement life and the highest income at the worst years of retirement life. So the answer to your question is, I want the highest income at the best years of my retirement life. Okay? And that is why I think standard plan or basic plan is probably better than escalating plan. Next. Yes, sir.
Hello. First, you talk about the sequence to build the CPF for financial stability. But unfortunately, somehow my cash portfolio has financial stability already. So, do I still need to put more emphasis on this?
So the best place to put money, why do I use CPF as a financial safety net? Is because you cannot touch or cannot touch easily. Cash, yes, it's a financial safety net, but it's a temptation for an itchy hand to touch it and put the wrong place. Scammers scam you, Vietnamese girls scam you, I'm guessing. Okay, my point is that there are a lot of opportunities for the money to go away. That's why you put into CPF the best. Okay? Yeah, last time China women like to scam. Nowadays China women look at Singaporean, you too poor. Okay? So anyway, sorry, I joke a lot. Yes. Next one. Guys, quickly. Come on. Yes, sir. That gentleman first. Don't mind. That gentleman first.
CPF Life money payout currently is credited into the designated bank account, but not into the CPF OA.
Yep.
Comment.
Well, there's one thing you can do. Stop. Kill your bank account from your CPF, then you will transfer into OA. Okay? But then you cannot take money out. Okay? But there are some people who do that. Well, after they learn from me, they block the CPF account, they kill the bank account from the OA, then the money will go into OA and earn 2.5%. That's very good. But it also means that you cannot take out money, The minute you want to take out money, you have to put a bank account inside. Okay? So some people say, I really don't need money now. Okay? Then they kill the bank account and accumulate 2.5%. Okay, next question. Yes, sir. Okay.
What do you think about life and endowment plan? Does it give a better compounding compared to CPF?
Life endowment plan, do I think it gives better than CPF return? How many of you think that you will give a better return than CPF? Raise your hand. How many of you think that CPF have a better return than endowment plan? Raise your hand. See, answer is clear. Okay, the answer is clear. There's very few instruments that can beat the CPF. But however, the endowment plan, is there a space for it? Yes, because the endowment plan has some flexibility. But you pay for it. The fees are very high, you pay for it. Yes.
Okay, last question on S&P 500. Because it's now very heavily weighted, supported by the AI boom. What is your belief that this AI boom can sustain over the political turbulence?
I don't need to believe. I need to only know what happens over the last 100 years. 100 years has survived all types of crises. All types of crises. 10 times worse than the AI boom, AI bubble burst. But yes, all survived. So I think whatever has caused it to survive for 100 years will probably still continue. Okay? That's a very strong belief. You must believe, you must have patience. With this, all you'll do very, very well in life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.